mess you up.
I think he's got a bag.
No, you
That's what I was just about to ask. Yeah, I saw him put it somebody.
So I can sit right back down.
Do you have a bag you want to grab or anything before you get off?
Don't attack me with 2 individuals against 1.
Is he sitting down?
Yeah, just...
No, they're gonna have him.
I didn't hit anyone, so you're yeah, it's okay. Raising my voice to a female, I'll see about it with you.
With what?
You as a woman, and it's because I'm sitting down and I'm lower than you? That's not the point. That's not the point. No. I don't like drama. Don't. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm moving. Hey, you know what and stuff? No, it's all you all teaming up. You see how most of the people are white here? Yeah, so you were like, I'm trying to get to my home country and you all people made it harder for me to get to my home country. I'm telling you.
I want to see you up front, cuz.
Sir?
Go up to the front. You gotta go upstairs. Come on.
Hold on, let me
You're the big guy.
Hey.
Okay.
Come on. Let's
Are you
go.
gonna chuck me?
No, we're not
you
gonna
get
have that fight. We're gonna go here.
Hey, I didn't get in your face.
Daniel,
you told me to get out.
311.
I have a ticket. Yeah, I have a ticket.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
No.
Cuz.
Hey,
you
let's go.
touched me first.
311.
You took me first.
No, let's go. Okay. 311. Go.
You started it. Remember that.
Come on, dude.
Hey!
Right now.
You got it, cuz? You got it?
All right, guys.
Now put your hands down and don't touch anybody. Put your hands down and don't touch anybody. So am I.
I'm right here. Look. I'm right here.
You're gonna walk or you're gonna be late?
We have to come
Walk. Turn around and walk.
Let's go.
Turn around and walk.
Thank you, guys.
Turn around and walk. Walk. So am I. Walk. Let's go. Walk.
Right, all right, slow down.
10-4-79.
Thank you for coming.
Good.
Well, police are here, so just comply and we'll work out. All right, my man?
As long as there's a lawyer for me.
You'll definitely be legal, sis. Legal act.
All right.
Hey, stand up.
Wait. Go over. You can help me. Go over. Bend your knees. No.
Come up to your knees. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Get up.
Okay. Let's go. Hey, my shoe.
Yeah, just stay put for a second. Do you want to see what happened? I'll take him up.
My shoe.
Yeah, let's see what happened.
And I'll defend
Come
it.
on, let's go.
I'll defend it as long as I have a lawyer.
Okay, let's go.
Make sure I have a lawyer. Have you watched? My name is Khan. You watched the movie? Have you seen it? You heard about
Make way.
For an innocent.
James, ready to go with that side door? That's the truck.
For innocent civilians.
That door's not here.
I need my shoe actually. You know that, right?
I got your shoe.
Yeah, what? Yeah, all right. You're hard to game me.
Go. Get out.
Go, get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Move. Here. Hey.
Yeah.
Hold on. Put your shoe on.
Yeah.
Fix those cuffs. Lean against the wall. Spread your feet.
I want a lawyer. Right now. I want a lawyer. I have money to back. All right.
Other side. All right, you got it. Do wood first. Okay, spin them around.
I want my public defender right now. Wait, why are you twisting my arm?
God,
Okay.
hey, you resist, man. It's gonna get worse.
I'm not even resisting, man. So, you hurt me.
Easy, buddy. You're hurting yourself.
No, I'm not. There's humans touching me that are hurting me.
Turn your wrist.
This was my parents' idea of moving me, you know that, right? I told him I would love to, and now this is what your airport does. I'm taking you to the Supreme Court. I'll tell you that much, kiddos. Taking you all cops to the Supreme Court.
Face the wall. Face the wall. Spread your feet.
Guys.
Spread your feet.
I'm spreading it, guys.
More.
I'm spreading it. I'm spreading it.
So you want office?
This cuff's all jacked.
Yeah.
Sam, Henry, Adam, Ida.
Do you have a car?
Yeah.
Want to do a transport?
Yeah. I'm right here at the step. I'll have to move to where the truck court is.
Yeah, that's fine. Once you do that, we'll put him in your car and do the transport for us. That'd be great.
Alright.
All right, let's walk.
Right, let's walk nicely, okay?
Whoa, why are you doing that on a walk? I thought this is freedom of speech country, and I did not violently hit someone before me. I'm just, okay, so innocent. It says don't mess with that. Jesus says that. Don't mess with innocence.
Yeah, dude.
You have a
No, I'm telling you, don't mess with it.
California license plate, driver's license, but you have.
But I have a what and what? Yeah, good for you. You're a fan of me. I see it. You're a fan of me. When you embarrass me this much, you're a fan of me. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What are you trying to say about my wallet?
31.
Excuse me, move out of the way. Move out of the way.
Do I understand
Move.
at least one time in That's 10-4. You said negative results for that name with American and Spirit for tonight. 10-4, trust y'all contacted the other agency. Let them know. 10-4 will be. We're just about to of 15.
So you have a California driver's license, but your address is on.
It's in Florida. It's in Florida.
But you have a California driver's license.
That's right, and I'm also a USA naturalized citizen.
So do you
And will you add that part? Will you add that part? What you
Do
say?
you live in California or do you?
No. The address says Florida on it. Look, read it right. Read it right. Read it the right way.
I just want to see if you were violating the United States.
No, I'm saying I got hit. I got hit one of those. I got hit by one of those air guests of an airplane. I'll tell you that much. That's my ticket too. I'm not losing that ticket. Get that ticket back to me.
Sit in the car.
I had a flight ticket to my
Sit
home.
in the car.
Sit down.
Turn around.
Louder voices.
Watch your head.
Olson. C.R. Olson.
Hi. Kurt, we can't step off. Do you want to step off? No, it doesn't matter. So what exactly happened? So we were standing here boarding. We started to hear yelling down the jet bridge. We can't step off once we have passengers on. So people were like, hey, that guy's screaming back there. He's yelling curse words. He's yelling at some lady, blah, blah, blah. Comes on, angry, gets we don't know who this person is. They are in lockdown. You can call them out. We got on, started talking to her, getting in her face, pointing at her, just like, you guys, what are you saying? You're so disrespectful. And
I said, what? I go, what is that about? Now we're figuring out who it is.
yeah.
It's always the problem. They treat me differently. They look at me. People with skin like you. Your kind of skin. And then he points to the gap, but then your skin. He's pointing to the top of it. He goes, it's always you that you look at me funny and you this and you that. And then he turned the corner, he goes, and they tell me, they just assume that this is my father. And so I didn't think the guy was with him. The guy that's supposedly his father. And he walked away from his dad and just beelined up the... It was the weirdest thing. I said, wait a minute, we gotta find out. So now passengers are coming over after him going, he's not well. Something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
He was literally almost getting hit with everything.
Yeah, he just cursed and jumbled all the way up the aisle to Route 30.
I don't know how we got past the gate.
So basically, from what you two said, you got alerted while boarding. People were boarding, saying, "Hey, there's a guy back there."
We could hear screaming. We just didn't know who.
And it was in the jet bridge. It was in the jet bridge. And then he came up here. He started with her, but then continued down the aisle.
Yeah.
And as
then
he was
I
going,
followed.
Okay. And when you followed, what happened?
I followed. I asked him to get off. He told me no. I asked probably 3 or 4 times, and then at that point I was like, okay, I need help. So I went to her.
Okay. And now by the time you got here, he was already getting pulled off by passengers.
No, I was there before the whole application got expired.
Okay.
So when I got there, the flight attendant was already trying her best to get him off.
Yeah.
He wasn't complying, so when
As soon as I walked up, the two guys started having their discussion. I remember the law enforcement, but that passenger was saying to the law enforcement, "You're bad guy, you're big guy." Verbal altercations. Then next thing I saw he put his hand first. Yeah, but not like just like how calm him down. It triggered. Okay, set him off. Yeah, he was at that moment already. And that's when I with the.
That's all.
Okay. Do you have your ID? Like your license? Okay, hold on. Let me.
So how do you know him?
He's my son.
Okay. Do you know what was going on with him? Do you know why he was so angry?
I have no idea when we entered.
Were you on the plane with him or not?
I was together.
Okay.
All the way.
So can you tell me what happened?
Just when we went inside, somehow on the back, something, they talked about it, and then maybe he got little...
Talked about what?
How can I say it? Maybe something related to racism or something.
Oh, directed toward him?
Something like that. He must have heard about it, and then he just got into argument.
Okay.
And then he went inside, and then again he got into argument with somebody on the same issue, and then aerostess came.
Were you with him when this happened?
All the time.
Okay. Any idea, has this happened before?
Never.
Never? Okay. Just happened one time?
This is the first time.
Okay. Well, he is being arrested right now for battery because he did strike somebody in here. They're taking his stuff off the plane and they're going to put it in baggage here, okay, at the airport here. So when he gets out of jail, he can come get his stuff at the baggage office if it's open. Because I understand this is an international flight, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a connecting flight going.
All right. Do you have a driver's license? Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. It's good to know a little bit more to the story.
Yeah, but he didn't, hit the person first. The person actually pushed him first.
Well, they asked him to leave. They asked him to leave numerous times on the plane.
Yeah, that is arrow.
Because he was yelling and screaming, and he wouldn't leave. And they asked the captain, and the gentleman on the jet bridge went on and asked him to leave as well. He wouldn't leave, so they had to escort him off. And that's when it got physical.
Yeah. Other passenger hit him first, so that's why I think it got worse.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I have my baggage, I can pick it up?
No. Just his bags, I believe.
Oh, so my bag...
Are you still flying?
I have to at least see what happens to him.
He's going to Orient Road Jail. He's going to jail. He's going to Orient Road Jail. And you can try to post bond for him there. You could try to bail him out, post bond at Orient Road Jail. You could call a bondsman, a bail bondsman. You know how that works? Do you know how that works? How bail bondsman? He's going to go to jail. He has to bond out of jail if he wants to get out. And somebody has to pay money to make sure that he goes to court in the future to get him released from jail. If he doesn't post bond, is what they call it, then he stays in jail. So it's up to you. He could post bond himself. He has probably a wallet, cell phone with him. He could post his own bond, or you can do it for him. So. This is where he's going. He's going to Orient Road Jail. That's in Tampa, Florida. And he or you can do it. He's going to have to post bonds for his release.
On March 19th, 2024, what should have been a routine international departure from Tampa International Airport turned into a nightmare scenario that no passenger or crew member ever wants to experience. This is the story of how a single passenger's erratic behavior escalated from verbal confrontation to physical violence, ultimately resulting in his forcible removal from an aircraft and arrest by Tampa Airport Police. The incident began as passengers were boarding an international flight at Tampa Airport. Among them was a passenger who would soon become the center of a chaotic and disturbing scene. Traveling with his father, this individual began exhibiting alarming behavior shortly after entering the aircraft. What started as raised voices quickly escalated into something far more serious. Witnesses on the plane reported hearing screaming and cursing coming from the back of the aircraft. The passenger was yelling racist slurs, directing his anger at fellow passengers and specifically making comments about people's skin color. He pointed at various passengers, making distinctions based on their appearance, saying things like, "People with skin like you," and "your kind of skin," creating an atmosphere of tension and fear throughout the cabin. But the situation didn't stop at verbal abuse. The passenger's behavior became increasingly threatening. He made statements suggesting he could take the plane down, words that in today's aviation security environment carry enormous weight and trigger immediate security protocols. The combination of racist language, threats against the aircraft, and his erratic demeanor sent alarm bells ringing throughout the plane. As the situation intensified, flight crew members and airport personnel attempted to de-escalate. A female flight attendant approached the passenger, trying to manage the disruption. However, instead of calming down, the passenger became more agitated. He specifically targeted the flight attendant with his verbal abuse, raising his voice at her and becoming confrontational. The jet bridge supervisor, hearing reports of the disturbance, boarded the aircraft to assist. This supervisor, along with other airport personnel, asked the passenger to leave the plane. Not once, not twice, but multiple times, 3 or 4 times according to witnesses, they requested that he disembark voluntarily. Each time, the passenger refused. He insisted he had a ticket, that he had paid for his seat, and that he wasn't going anywhere. The passenger's refusal to comply left authorities with no choice but to physically escort him off the aircraft. As personnel moved in to remove him, the situation turned violent. In the chaos of the removal, the passenger struck another passenger directly in the face. The physical assault didn't end there. He also spat on the victim, adding another layer of battery to his growing list of offenses. As multiple people tried to restrain and remove him, the passenger's anger exploded. He accused everyone around him of teaming up against him. He made statements suggesting racial bias, saying things like, "You see how most of the people are white here?" and claiming he was being treated differently because of his appearance. He stated that he was just trying to get to his home country, and that, "You all people made it harder for me." The removal itself was chaotic and difficult. The passenger resisted every step of the way. As airport police and personnel attempted to escort him down the aisle, he continued shouting, claiming innocence, and demanding legal representation. He referenced his rights, mentioned the Constitution, and repeatedly stated, "I didn't hit anyone," despite multiple witnesses and later evidence proving otherwise. Walking him through the narrow aircraft aisle proved challenging. The passenger alternated between compliance and resistance. At moments he would walk, then suddenly stop or pull away. His behavior was erratic and unpredictable. He made bizarre statements, referencing movies, talking about Jesus, and making disjointed comments that suggested he wasn't thinking clearly. Once off the plane and in the terminal, the situation continued. The passenger kept demanding a lawyer, specifically asking for a public defender, and claiming he had money to hire representation. He accused the officers of hurting him, twisting his arm, and using excessive force, though body camera footage would later show that officers were using appropriate restraint techniques for someone actively resisting. During the arrest process, the passenger lost a shoe. Officers retrieved it and allowed him to put it back on before continuing. They placed him against a wall to search and handcuff him properly. Throughout this entire process, the passenger continued his verbal outbursts, claiming he was innocent, invoking legal concepts, and threatening to take this to the Supreme Court. The motivations and triggers behind this incident paint a complex picture. According to the passenger's father, who was traveling with him and witnessed the entire event, something was said on the plane, possibly something racist, that his son overheard or perceived as directed at him. The father suggested that his son must have heard about it, and got into an argument as a result. This perception of racism, whether real or imagined, seemed to be the catalyst. The passenger genuinely believed he was being discriminated against, treated differently, and targeted unfairly. In his mind, he was the victim. He repeatedly claimed innocence and suggested that the entire situation was a conspiracy against him because of his appearance or background. However, there's a critical detail that complicates this narrative. The passenger's father stated this had never happened before, and that this was the first time his son had behaved this way. This suggests something unusual was occurring. Perhaps the passenger was experiencing a mental health crisis, was under the influence of substances, though the charges later included disorderly intoxication, suggesting alcohol or drugs may have been involved, or was dealing with stressors that triggered an unprecedented breakdown. The passenger also mentioned this trip was my parents' idea to bring me, suggesting perhaps he didn't want to take the trip in the first place. This reluctance, combined with whatever triggered him on the plane, may have created a perfect storm of frustration and anger that exploded into violence. It's important to note that while the passenger claimed he was hit first by another passenger, multiple witnesses and airport personnel confirmed that he was the aggressor. The physical contact from other passengers came only as they tried to restrain and remove him after he refused to leave voluntarily and became violent. The passenger was ultimately handcuffed and placed in a patrol car for transport to Orient Road Jail in Tampa. Throughout the transport process, he continued making statements, some coherent about his citizenship status and legal rights, others rambling and disconnected. He proudly stated he was a naturalized citizen and had both a California driver's license with a Florida address, which added another layer of confusion to officers trying to process his information. Officers explained to the father what would happen next. His son was being arrested and charged with 2 counts of battery, one for striking the passenger and one presumably for the spitting incident, plus disorderly intoxication. The father would have to decide whether to continue on their international flight or stay to help his son. If he chose to help, he would need to go to Orient Road Jail to post bond or hire a bail bondsman to secure his son's release. The passenger's belongings were removed from the plane and held at the airport's baggage office. Officers explained that when he was released from jail, he could retrieve his items from there. The international flight, delayed by this entire ordeal, would eventually depart without them. For the other passengers on that flight, what should have been the exciting beginning of an international journey instead became a traumatic experience. They witnessed racist verbal abuse, physical violence, and the frightening uncertainty that comes when someone threatens an aircraft. The passenger who was struck in the face and spat upon became a victim of battery and had to deal with not only physical assault but also the violation of being spat on, an act that carries particular health risks and psychological impact. The final outcome of this incident was clear and swift. The passenger was taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of battery and disorderly intoxication. These are serious criminal charges that could result in jail time, fines, probation, and a permanent criminal record. Additionally, he would almost certainly be placed on a no-fly list, either temporarily or permanently, making future air travel extremely difficult or impossible. Beyond the criminal charges, there are civil implications. The airline could pursue damages for the disruption and delay. The passenger who was assaulted could file a civil lawsuit for medical expenses, emotional distress, and other damages. The passenger's future ability to travel internationally would be severely compromised by these charges. This incident serves as a stark reminder of how quickly situations can escalate in the confined environment of an aircraft. What may have started as a perceived slight or overheard comment transformed into a violent altercation that affected dozens of innocent people, disrupted an international flight, and resulted in serious criminal charges. It also highlights the challenging position of flight crews and airport security personnel who must make split-second decisions to protect the safety of all passengers. Their training and professionalism in this situation prevented what could have been an even more dangerous scenario had the plane taken off with this individual aboard. For the passenger himself, a single incident, lasting perhaps 30 minutes from start to finish, resulted in consequences that would likely affect him for years to come. Whether driven by mental health issues, substance impairment, genuine grievances, or some combination of all three, his choices in those moments on March 19, 2024, at Tampa International Airport fundamentally altered his immediate future and possibly the trajectory of his life. The question that lingers is one we can never fully answer. What could have prevented this? Better mental health resources? Different responses to perceived racism? Greater family intervention before boarding? These are questions without easy answers, but they're worth asking as we strive to make air travel safer and more equitable for everyone.